Okay, hello everyone. Today is Thursday, March the 30th, and Thursday, March the 30th. We are about to embark on our journey on I Am. Forrest, would you like to take this away?
Yes, my pleasure. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy that everyone can be present here today. So as we get started, Penny, would you like to give us a prayer?
Sure. First of all, I just want to acknowledge that there is only one source of all good, all love, all peace, all balance. And we all are part of that. Whether we are displaying it or demonstrating it at the moment, we are still a part of all good, all love, all peace, and all balance. That very nugget of who we truly are is all good, all love, all perfection, and all balance. At this moment, I would just like to send out love and prayers for anybody who has been involved in any type of gun violence, especially those last couple of schools that were, that last school that was in Tennessee, with those families are sending love out and balance and peace for those families, especially. For that community, may they find peace and joy and love and hope. I pray that our nation will look for peace, love, balance, and perfection. Not just continue to hold on to the old tried and true, which doesn't serve everyone. It only serves a small sliver of our society. But open ourselves up to that wholeness, to that strength, to love, to perfection, and to balance. I pray also that each and every one of us at this moment grasp the opportunity to know who we are and to demonstrate that inner spirit truth of who we are, that inner spirit person of who we are as truth. In our speech, in our action, in our thoughts, and in our daily communication with anything and everyone. I pray that we all have trust, be in gratitude, be in appreciation, be in love, be in all perfection, knowing that all of this is who we are. And as we release that perfection, that love, that balance, that truth, know that everything already is there, and we are just affirming that truth. And with that, I say, and so it is.
Thank you so much. Again, I had the great pleasure some years ago of meeting the guru. He gave me this literature that I'm going to be sharing with you today that really helped me daily. As I wake up, I tap into this knowledge because it really helped me understand that I am is the spirit of God. So when we say we're made in the image, that means we're the spirit of God. And so in that, always remember, whatever you say I am, I put behind it in manifestation. So Harriet, what does manifestation mean for you, Harriet?
Being in the here and now in the flesh.
Okay. Wonderful.
I think that's the best way that I can describe it. It's
okay.
Being able to see, hear, and feel using those physical senses.
Okay, that's wonderful. So here we go. I am the perfection of life. I am that I am. I am here. I am there. I am everywhere. I am the living consciousness of the Christ light. I am the pure man of God. I am the oneness of all things. I am the way, the truth, and the light. I am the light that never dims. And with this light, I shine so brightly. So in the darkness, when we come into any room, we bring this energy of I am, because it's the light that's in us that helps us help many people. It has helped me in the past. I've shared with you in the past, but I'm gonna share with this again because it's very valuable how it helped me. I remember when I was in the hospital, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And so when I came home and I was in the bed, I told a good friend of mine, I said, you know what? I am going to be feeling so much better today. She said, how does that happen? I said, because I'm claiming it as it's happening for me. So I said, not only did I say I am to get out of this bed, I was able to walk and I am able to dance that same day. So again, it has helped me through many challenges in my life. Having a cancer survivor, mental illness, substance abuse, and all these things that happened to me, it was for my good that I could share with other people to understand and to let you know that whatever in your life, you can come through it if you have faith and you believe and you trust God to do all things for you. That has helped for me. Penny, can you tell me what the Bible says I am?
Yeah, last time I don't have my Bible handy, but the last
That's
time
fine.
we kind of shared about when Yahweh spoke to Moses in the desert and told him that I am who I am. Tell him that I am who I am, which I think is is really gangster. God is telling people, Moses said, I can't talk to him. And who do I say sent me? And Yahweh just simply says, say, I am who I am sent you.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have no recourse to that. Another
Right.
I am instance that really stands out for me is when Yeshua is in Jerusalem, or well, I don't know, someplace he is. And he's giving them this lecture about, love and kindness and joy and all of that stuff that he always talked about.
Okay.
And the society was really angry with them, and he was saying, who are you to say this? Who are you? How can you say things like this about and our father Abraham our father Abraham didn't see God. So how can you say that you saw God? And Yeshua just simply said, before Abraham was here, I am. That freaked them out. That made them so upset. They picked him up and wanted to throw him off a cliff.
Oh,
but goodness. He was just so cool and so calm, and he just simply walked through them. And that's the protection of I am. I am is a shield. I am is your army. I am is more than just your armor. I am is like an unstoppable force field. Nothing can penetrate it. When you believe it and you know it and you trust it, you can do anything. You can walk through anything. Yeah.
That's true. Tell me about when he was walking on the water. Do you remember that? Share us about that.
Yeah, sure. I don't know, Jesus was, had done some miraculous stuff, healed a whole bunch of people, had done something that, when he, out there with those people. And he tells his disciples, go across the water and I'll meet you all over there. And they said, okay, cool. And Jesus goes to the high place, which is that higher realm of consciousness, to pray. And in the middle of the night, there was a storm raging on the water. And, the disciples, they were afraid, but they looked out and they saw something coming on, they saw something coming up to their boat. And they were, they were so afraid. They were afraid until death. So that means that they was, it was a whole lot of, extra water on that boat.
Right.
But they had saw a ghost walking on the
Right.
water. When they realized that it was Jesus, they said, "Oh my gosh, is that you, Lord? Is that you?" And Yeshua is so cool. He just simply says, "Yeah, it is I. It is I." Can you imagine that? It is I.
Yes.
And Peter says, "So if it is you, tell me to get out on the boat. Tell me to get out here and walk on the water." So Yeshua just simply says, "Come." And I like the way that he just uses one word.
Okay.
He just, he was so direct in his language and so specific that you knew exactly what he was talking about. So Peter jumps off the boat. Sure enough, he starts walking until he starts to see all the wind and the waves. And he starts to sink. And once he began to sink, the first thing he called out was, "Save me, save me, Lord." And how many of us haven't said that before?
Right.
Save me, Lord. And we were saved.
Yes. Well, we know in life, we always can say, "God help us." But also, I have a clear understanding. A lot of times people say, "Can you help me? Can you help me?" Instead of saying, "I am healed." So when we have faith and we can claim it, a lot of people say, "Oh, please help me, God, I'm going through the struggle." Instead, He's brought me through it. So when we have the faith, knowing that it's already done, that's the connection to spirit's understanding that you have the faith to say it's already done. I was talking to a dear friend of mine. He was reminding me, he says, he says, when you were in that hospital and you were on your deathbed, and as they were pulling me off life support, I said, "Jesus, Jesus, Jesus." And Jesus said, "Okay, I'm bringing you back to life now that I can work for you." So every day I'd like to make sure that in his words of what he wants me to do, I don't go out and say to every certain, but I understand when it's the perfect time and place. I remember when I was working at this restaurant and this lady said, "Forrest, I'm really going through some struggles." I said, "Let's step outside." So I step outside and I prayed for her. And she says, "Well, Forrest, how do you know all this stuff about me?" It's because I said, "It's because I don't know you. Just being a messenger, God allows me to do his work wherever it's the time and place." So I've had many people come to me in the past and say, "Forrest, everything you said is on this list, came to manifestation, came true." And he says, "Well, how did you know all this stuff?" I said, "That's the gift of prophecy." So it's a wonderful gift that I have, and I don't take it lightly because understanding that it's the truth. And because it's the truth, I have to make sure I'm doing his work. Now, I make sure that when I said it's the right time and place, so even at the restaurant, I didn't say, "Let's on the floor, let me talk about it." I said, "Let's step outside." So again, it's the time and place to make sure you're doing God's work. So now I'm going to share something from this literature again that I've read. I'm going to read it to you now. It said, "Beloved, supreme, I am presence, great higher mental body, whose stream of light and energy is beating my heart." So it's beating your heart, Penny. What does beating my heart mean to you in the I am presence of beating my heart? Tell us what that means.
Well, I guess for me, it just means being in alignment. Sometimes when you are, if you have somebody that you love and you've laid on their chest and listened to their heartbeat, and, then you try to feel your heart to see how closely your heart is in alignment with their heart. That's what I think is that, we have the same heartbeat. And I think that when we are family members or when we're friends or anybody that we love intensely, I think that we do have that same heartbeat, that we are in the same rhythm and just are in alignment. So that's it. It means alignment to me.
Okay, Harriet, let me ask you a question, Harriet. So, what is the greatest thing that happened to you in your life that you can share with us spiritually, Harriet?
You said the greatest thing spiritually. Is that your question?
Yes.
I think coming to the realization that I am a child of God. God is within me, around me, and just coming to that realization that God is not some ogre out in space to scare the living Jesus out of us, but someone who is there he is in us, around us, and wherever we might be, he's there.
Okay. That's beautiful. So I also like to share with reading the literature. It says, when we walk with the Spirit in us, it's connected to the Spirit. A lot of times people think it's a 1, 2, 3, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Yes. We also said it's the oneness of things that it's one. So Harriet, can you tell us the difference between understanding I am mind, body, spirit, like it's an entity that's separate instead of being one? Can you share us what that means to be one?
One body is what it's really saying. We are one, and I think that's one of the, I would say, weaknesses of especially because that's the only one that I really know anything about, is the Christian religion. They teach us about the Trinity, and the way it is taught, the way it is, the information is given to us, it makes it seem as if there are 3 different entities. But when you look at the words of Jesus and other works of scholars that have studied this, they let us know that, they're all one. And I understand you and Penelope both attended Unity. And what does unity mean? Unit, one. Universe, one. Starts with the same 3 letters, U and I. Unit. You. And you think about that. Think about it phonetically. You and I.
You and I,
are one.
Beautiful, thank you. So Penny, I'm going to read this to you. Penny, I want to give your thoughts on mine. It says,
I'm gonna let you, because I don't know whether you can see that Andre is here too. So I'm gonna let you
Andre is here.
pose that question to Andre.
Okay, so here, Andre, here's the question. I'm gonna read it to you and tell me what your thoughts are. It says, cut me free from the pull of the earth, and see that I'm always connected, and I have never doubt, fear, or question anything concerning God within me. So as it says, cut me free from the earth, what does that mean spiritually, cut me free from the earth?
To me, excuse me, to me, that wording is relinquishing yourself from the matters of the world, from the worry, from the doubt that people can have, from the fear that people can have. And it's an example of showing that if Jesus can be cut free, or however you want to speak names, can be cut free from the static that we have as just being human beings, there's a way that we can do it. Just the same as, you can turn the TV and hear a different sound, or you can stay in that old raggedy channel that jumps up and down and scrambles and, looks different. We don't have to stay there. We can rise to a higher point.
Okay, beautiful. Now I'm gonna read something else that says, stand guard over me this day and forever. See that I am never surprised or off guard. So when that says, stand guard over me this day and forever, I am, and see that I am never surprised or off guard. Penny, what does that mean for you?
I guess, after a while, when you're really seeking and walking and living in a spiritual life, we are more connected to source. So we have a lot more peace, a lot more patience. So yeah, I don't have to worry about, I don't have to worry about actually what's coming. I know that I am guarded. I know that I am protected. I know that, the words are already provided for me, to say and to do. My path is already clear.
Okay.
So I guess that, for me, that means that I don't have, the more connected I am is the more united I am with that individual, with that situation, with that circumstance. I'm here at where I'm supposed to be at that moment. So that means that I'm connected to it. So I don't have to have any fear or any doubt or any form of negativity in that moment. So yeah, I guess that's what it means by, standing guard, because everything's protected.
Okay. And so what I've learned to with my life is just to be in the moment. And so for me, we can't say we can't change the past because the past is gone, or we can't project the future. We can only hope for a better future. But for me, the greatest gift of my life is being in the moment. And if we can understanding that God has given us a gift to be in the moment, because we may not be here 2 minutes together. Just like the people that got killed or someone that died in the hospital, they didn't know what would happen to them being in the hospital or going to school that day. But for me, it's about being in the happiness. So as I project love and happiness, because I'm in that moment, and they say, well, don't you get sad? Of course I get sad, I'm human. Do I fall? Of course I fall, but we can get back up. But the greatest gift that we fall, we have the understanding that we learn from the past of our mistakes, that we don't repeat them again. And so, Andre, can you give us a prayer, please?
Yeah, sure. Again, Heavenly Father, we come to you on bended knee, heads bowed, to honor the lives that you've given us, the time that you have given us, the space that you have given us, the individuals who come into our lives to make us better people, the love that you have given us, the lessons that you have given us. We only ask that with this bend of the knee and this bow of the head, that you honor us with your grace, your glory, and see us for the golden children that you have made us. With these things said, amen.
Thank you. So when we talk about some of this other literature says past lives and through the centuries. So spiritually speaking, past lives and centuries, Andre, what does that mean for you? Past lives and through the centuries. What is the literature saying spiritually?
Personally,
Yes.
Personally, right now, it is amazing that I can breathe, I can walk, I can talk. I am a sentient being in this universe that can reflect every piece of beauty that creation gives upon us. I can create and destroy.
Okay.
I have the power to be a great man or a deviant man. I have the choice that some people do not see that they have, and we all are given that choice, whether we know that or not. And it's a great place to be able to take yourself outside of your knowing in your time to look at someone else's time and see how they were molded and how they were sculpted and how time and creation made them and hardened them or softened them and or put steel in their bodies for one reason or another, and maybe they did not understand it. And it's a great way for us to be able to see that in individuals and be able to say, hey, this is why this happened. It may not have felt, good to you. It may not have been the path you wanted to walk on or the life you wanted to be born in. But if you're standing strong, that means it made you coherent to understanding what it is that's going on out here in not only in time and space, but universe, because atoms clash.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna ask that question to you also, Harriet, when it says made in development in past lives and through the centuries. What does past lives and centuries mean for you, Harriet, being in this time? From past lives and past through the centuries.
To me, it simply means that I have been here before, and I know I've had the experience, and I'm sure all of you have at some point in time had the experience of encountering a stranger and feeling a certain familiarity with that stranger, whether you have a conversation or not. But something about that stranger is just so familiar to you. I know that person. You're thinking in your mind, I know that person. So to me, what it means is we've come to this planet many times before, and we'll perhaps come many times again. But a little anecdote. When I was younger, I used to think my first remembrance of death, as far as life and death is concerned, was when my grandfather, my father's father, passed away. And I don't know whether it was around that time, but I know I was very young when I entertained the thought that when we leave this planet, when we die, we go to another planet to live. And when I think about it now, it's, it seems kind of childish, but I don't see where it's impossible.
Okay. Nothing is impossible if we believe. So Penny, let me ask you this question, Penny, because I know we had this conversation before. I just want to give your thoughts so you can share with us. So when we leave the earth, when we die, when we pass, transition, a lot of times in Christianity, we were taught that, there's an end, heaven or hell, that type of thing. But if this literature is saying that we have past lives through the centuries, does that mean spiritually that's the ending, heaven and earth? So what's your thoughts about that, Penny?
Oh, that's that's a lot. Because it's a really big concept and it's big thoughts. Well, I always had a problem with that we have this one life. That was always a difficult thing for me to understand, that we have this one life, and if we in this one life we have to live it a certain way in order to get to heaven, where we would be, I guess, having, all good, or to be in hell, where we would be tortured, for eternity. Eternity is such a long time for, you know, at the most, I think the oldest person that is on record that we in our modern age is 124. You know,
Okay.
so how you know, within 124 years, that shows for eternity you burn in hell because, you know, for what you did in 120 years. That's so I don't know, it just seemed cruel to me. And you know, that is if you happen to live 120 years. Most people, you know, die at 50, you know, die at 75. You know, 75 is a ripe old age. You know, people tell people that all the time. You know, people die at birth. People die when they're 4, you know.
Okay.
So that's just the thing, is that, you know, that we can, that we have to believe that if we haven't lived up to a certain standard or called on a certain entity, that's the only way that we could, that was our only choice. That was our own, that's our only salvation.
Okay.
So, you know, I always did kind of believe in reincarnation. That just made sense to me, because if we have a loving God, why would, you know, he be so harmful in the Christian religion? Why is he so strict in the Christian religion, where in other religions he gave people more time? You know, he gave them more, you gave them a little bit more time to, you know, to come back, try to do it again. Don't mess up this time, and you could burn off some of your old karma. But in Christianity, you know, it's cut and dry. You know, either you love Jesus, you admit to Jesus, you admit to you confess that Jesus is your Lord and Savior, or you're gonna just burn in hell. That's it. Those are your only 2 choices. So I think that for me, reincarnation made good sense. However, I do think Christianity got it right, whereas if we do become connected in Christ, meaning understanding the physicality of spiritual awareness, understanding that, living that, accepting that, that is our resurrection. That's the place that we where we are resurrected. We no longer have to be on the wheel of I mean, what's reincarnation? It's called the wheel of something. But anyway, you know, when you're reincarnated, you come back and 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 you come back until you get it right. Or time has evolved to the point where you don't have to come back anymore. But in that sense of Christianity, where we do make a confession to Christ, that we are no longer affiliated with our past fancy with darkness, that we are, you know, completely and wholly aware and intellectualized and invested in the light. And that's how I feel that's what resurrection is. So now I know that I am resurrected. I am a resurrected being. You know, it's all finished for me, for the, you know, being on that wheel of time, being on that wheel of reincarnation, you know. So that's what I believe.
Okay, thank you. So in this literature, it never uses the word Jesus. So I'm going to just go around the table and ask everyone a question. If it's one God and someone's not Christian,
okay, something happened. You froze. Try it again. Say it again. You froze.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so in this literature, it never used the word Jesus, but it just used the word I am. So if it's one God and someone's Muslim and they're not Christian, does that mean their life is not going to be elevated? That's the question I have for you, Andre. If it's not I am, but we don't use the word Jesus in this literature, and someone's a Muslim, if it's one God and it's Muslim, are they elevating spiritually?
I believe so. And the reason why I believe so is because we have nothing before what we know as Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You know, there is Moses Moses knew nothing about Jesus. Abraham knew nothing about them. We hear in these scriptures that they've come back, that Jesus came back in so many different words and so many different tells, of so many of hearsay of Jesus goes to do this, to purgatory. He grabs the sense and the saints and the sinners alike that did not know, and enlighten them, and it's what you make it. I will be honest right now, and this is a conversation because I'm dealing with mortality right now,
Okay.
that I believe that wherever your imagination, wherever your chakra, your crown chakra puts you, whether you be Muslim and you kept that word of being as sanctified as you could, and a good person,
Mm-hmm.
I give you all the credit that I can. Whether you're Christian and you did it, I give you all that credit that you can. I don't see a fluffy cloud that we're all going to sit on in paradise, because some of us don't want to be in paradise.
Right.
I mean, you go back to ancient texts of Celtics and Vikings. They had Valhalla, and Valhalla was a great a great rainbow bridge that you crossed over, and you go into the hall of warriors, and then all day long y'all fight all day long and kill each other all day long, and come back together, come back at night, and then
Right.
and when the sun goes down, y'all feast, because no one's dying. It's just a show. So I mean, it depends on your spirit. If you have that warrior spirit, and you want to have that warrior spirit, and you're committed to that, that's what I mean. Who am I to tell you how to create your imagination in the heaven that you see fit for yourself? And in that same sense, who am I to tell you that if you go, or if you pass along, and you pass along with negative thoughts, who am I to tell you that the hell that you will see that you won't see? I'm not that person.
Okay. That's good.
And
good.
If you coming back, and if you want to come back, hey, I mean, I don't want to go through puberty again.
Right.
No one wants another mom or dad saying, stop, don't touch that, leave that alone.
Right.
So I'm not looking at it from that point of view of wiping the slate clean and saying that, okay, I was this person or I was that person. No, I am this person. This is the soul that has been given to me. And maybe I may have had to come back throughout time to gather what I have gathered. And the knowledge that is supposed to be gathered for me to be able to be in that realm of bliss that we all want to be.
Gotcha.
So it just depends on the person who you are, and in the spirit that you choose to have. If you have a warrior spirit, if you have a spirit of knowledge, if you have a spirit of comfort, if you are a nurturing person, it depends. All people ain't nurturing. All people ain't warriors. So it just depends on where you see yourself in this cosmos.
Okay, that's good, in the cosmos. So what does cosmos mean for people that don't know about cosmos? Explain cosmos for us. Cosmo. What does that word cosmo mean?
As far as the universe, as far as time, space, energy, dimensions,
Okay.
black holes, planets.
Okay.
And however, consciousness is consciousness, and that's what a cosmos is. It's not only that this planet lives, it's not only that we are conscious, it's that this whole universe that we live in is conscious in some shape, form, or fashion. It breathes. We cannot be here without the stars exploding and creating the minerals that create us as a physical, as our physical bodies.
Okay. Good. Thank you. So here, Harriet, do you have your dictionary? Harriet,
Yes, I do.
can you just find out what this violet transmuting flame, what that means? Violet
That-
transmuting, violet transmuting flame.
Transmuting flame,
Violet transmuting flame. Yes.
VIOLET.
Yes.
I think you might just need to look up transmuted. Because violet is the color that's in the shop.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And,
Got you.
flame, is
Okay.
Okay, transmute, change in form, nature, or substance.
Okay.
change
Thank you.
in form.
Change in form, nature, or substance. In other words, you change your form, you change the nature, or you change the substance. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when you speak on that, it's gonna go to its transmutation. So it's like speaking with Philosopher's Stone to be able to turn lead to gold.
Okay.
It's one of those. It's taking a mineral. It's taking a natural substance and turning it into another natural substance.
Okay, and another, to change or alter in form, appearance, or nature, and especially to a higher form.
We're always changing how we look,
Yeah.
how we act. And so life is always like a path. Sometimes we have our ups and we have our downs. But we're also understanding that that's just a part of life. When we talk about that wheel, it's like that wheel sometimes will have some stops along the way. But we get back on the path and do the right things. And so for me, having problems even with substance abuse, I had the understanding that I felt off, but I got back on, going to my meetings or doing what I had to do to get back to connect to the right people that bring me out of. Now I can help people that are going through the same struggle. So now I'm going to ask each one of you.
I also looked transmutation.
Okay.
The changing of one element to another by radioactive decay, nuclear bombardment, or similar process.
Okay. Thank you.
An example of transmutation, uranium into plutonium. So in other words, we're changing something from one thing to another. Sounds to me like alchemy.
Yeah, Philosopher's Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that with the transmuted flame is, is the violet flame is that, it's very, I want to say Hindu, but forgive me if I'm saying that, if I'm saying the wrong religion. It's either Buddhist or Hindu, some Eastern philosophy though. Excuse me, where it's the violet of the the crown chakra, and flame is the intensity and of how things are forged or formed. And when you transmute, you're changing from one level of consciousness to another level of consciousness. is ever increasing. So that's kind of my understanding of the violet transmuted flame.
Okay, thank you. So now what I'm gonna do, we did it on yesterday or last week, we're gonna do the same again. So I'm gonna go around and each one person give me 2 words, whatever comes to your heart in this literature today, and I'm gonna sing something to the 2 words. So Andre, I'm gonna start with you. Give me 2 words.
Age and life.
What is it?
Age and life.
This age of life we have today, and I am to be the source of life in this world, in love each day. Thank you. Penny, 2 words. Right now.
2 words. I'm just going to use peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Okay, thank you. For this peace I'm blessed today. For this peace I stay with peace each day. I'm blessed each day with peace to give love each day. With the glory of God I have peace and love. Blessed with the peace I'm blessed today. All right, now you.
Abundance and joy.
Abundance of joy. I have joy because I'm blessed with the glory of God. I am blessed with the glory of God. I am blessed with the glory of God each day. I am blessed with the peace. I'm glorified. So when we talk about the holy temple, what does that mean for you, Andre, to understand that I am within this holy temple? Let all guard, understanding that in my peace, I am the holy temple of I am.
Can you give me the question again?
The question is, if I am in this holy temple, I am never off guard.
It depends on which Andre you ask on a certain day.
Okay, that's fine.
It depends.
We all have different people in us. That's true.
I will give you all, I mean, I'm very close to you. I will give you all where I am today.
Okay.
I'm putting on a lot of armor because there are certain situations in time that are going to happen in my life that I have no control over.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to stay strong, not only for me, but for my loved ones who do not recognize the energy that I can recognize, to be able to protect. And not saying it in an arrogant manner, but they have been in the temple.
Okay.
They have been able to be, catered to being in a temple versus I've been outside. I jump off the porch.
Okay.
Mentally, I've seen her, not only the hurt and pain that everyone else sees, but that's in the temple and the concerns in that temple, but what's going on outside.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm at today. So I'm back going back to a temple to load myself up to protect.
Okay, that's beautiful. So Harriet, what does it mean, holy temple? Holy temple is what for you? When the literature speaks within this holy temple.
I can use the word WHOLE and the word HOLY. And what that means is I am the temple. I am the holy temple. In other words, the HOLY temple. And I am holy, WHOLY. I am holy temple. In other words, the temple is within me, it's around me, just like spirit.
Okay, beautiful. So, Penny, I want to ask you a question. What is the happiness that you have with your grandson each day? What brings you happiness today? Here, Penny.
Oh, okay. Just to let you know that it's 12:03 as well.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. You know, the thing that brings me happiness today. And today is a good question. You know, that's a good question because, you know, I think that, you know, just that I'm here and that I'm feeling better, that, you know, that it's spring and that, you know, the weather is, it's normal. You know, here we're really blessed in this area. Where places down south have had, you know, terrible tornadoes, and you know, I think they just coming out that snow in California. We are really blessed in this area where I am in Virginia, that you know, that my life is normal, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy, you know, that I don't have to be, you know, contacting FEMA today because the house is gone. You know, I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I think that I think just being here in the now is the thing that makes me happy.
Okay. Well, I know we're going to do the roundup, but I just want to say, from my point of view, I want to say thank you everyone for your input today to help me and help many other people that's connected to let's get this service. Because what happens is, being on YouTube, we're tapping into a lot of people's lives. I think I looked at mine, is that I'm at like 70 people on my list that's viewed this past. So again, it's expanding, because what we do know, that what we're doing, we can change lives by sharing our stories. It can help not only us, but it can help other people. So again, I want to say thank you for everyone in your service today, and all the purpose that you gave me. It helped me have a better day today. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so before we do the round table, let me ask you, what's making you happy today?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
That I woke up.
I know that's right. I believe that. Okay, so let's do our round table. What did we learn from our class today, and how can we apply any of these things to our life, or are we already applying some of these things to our life? Anybody like to go first? Okay, I will. The thing that I learned from this class today, you know, it's something that, it's always good to go back over issues that I hadn't thought about in a while. Oh, this is Sandra. I'm having to get her back in a minute. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about, you know, what was going on. Oh yeah, just to have a thought, just to think again about reincarnation, that philosophy, some of my Christian philosophies that I have, I'm gonna say outgrown. I'm gonna say I've outgrown some Christian philosophies. There's some that I am, deeply entrenched in, and I'm still investigating to see who I am in in that philosophy. But it is good to have a reminder and have another conversation, or just to be thought about, different philosophies and where they fit into my life or how they fit into my life. So, yep. Anybody? So Andre, how about you?
I want to let you all know that I really care for our sessions. They help a lot. Especially when we're going through things that we don't want to talk about, just on camera, but the knowledge that we give each other and the discipline that can come back that we know, to learn how to understand and learn to say, okay, you need to take this position as I am, or you need to take this position as looking at it from the tree of life, or you need to take these learning lessons and discipline yourself with, Gnosis, or, so many different things that we speak about. And you can find yourself, when you do that, still feeling it, but understanding that you have a heaven, that you have loved ones that you can understand, and that will talk to you like-minded. So I just want to thank you all for, bringing me back to me today, because I'm not me. I'm not me today. So,
well, just let you know that, we appreciate that you are finding some solace and getting some real meat from Inner Haven, but also, we're all friends, we're all family, give us a call, we got your back. So if it's anything that you ever need to talk about, or, something that is, where you feel you need some advice, or you just want to vent, we're here. We don't mind listening. We might, we're chatty people, so we might chime in. So be aware of that. But we are absolutely, you are loved.
And can I just say something, if I may, about Andre? Andre, I always look forward to anything that you have to say, because I know you got it. You got some good news to share. And so when I talk, even saying your name, something touched my heart, because I'm talking to the spirit of I am. I'm talking to you of I am spirit. Anytime I hear your voice, it's like a golden light shifts in me. So I want to tell you, I'm very grateful for your presence in my life, because when I said, Andre, my something in me just moves, because your spirit moves for me with greatness. So I want to tell you, I greatly appreciate you, Andre. You're very valuable in my life.
thank you, brother. Vice versa.
Thank you. How about you, Harriet? What's your round table?
First of all, I'm sending peace and love and hugs to Andre, because I hear a pain. He's struggling with something there. I don't know what it is, but I'm just sending him peace and love and hugs. And when I was asked to look up the word transmutation, and I thought about that word, and it said a lot to me, because it said whatever. I've heard people say, well, people don't change, or people don't, but that word transmutation, that's exactly what it means. People can change. They do change.
Mhm.
And that means that whatever about me that I don't like, and if I resent it in you, that means I need to take a look at myself and make a change.
Okay.
And how about you, Forrest? Thank you, Harriet.
Well, what I've learned from the meeting today is that today I'm gonna have the best life in my life. Because now I'm talking to wonderful people. It's like I'm going to church. Not in the wrong way, but the right way, because I'm knowing that going to church, you don't have to go to a physical place to be in the church. And so right now, with your ministry, Penny, I want to tell you, it gives me greatness and gives me power. So I know if I have a problem, I can call a normal person I can call is you. I thank you for being part of my life, the understanding that anytime I'm struggling, I'm saying, Penny, this is what's going on. Can you help me? And she brings it and helps me. So even outside of the meetings, I know I can call on you when I'm going through any problem in my life. I know the one person I can call, you. I said, thank you for being part of my life, but I thank you for being part of the IEM sessions that we're doing. And I'm hoping that we can also change not only our lives, that many people that can listen or hear this service, because it's valuable for many people outside of the meeting.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank you for that awareness. Well, this is a wonderful, wonderful session again today. We always have them. I'm always motivated and elevated after each and every one. So tonight we will be concluding with the book of Introduction to Gnosis. That's from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Saturday, we will have a discussion on angels. Excuse me. And we'll be, we'll be really basically talking about their ranks. But if anything, if there's any questions or comments or anything that you find about angels, get all of that information together. We're going to talk about everything that we can. And on Sunday, we will be doing our journal group. And that's it for
What
this
time?
week. Yes, Saturday and Sunday is 2 to 4. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes, 2 to 4 on Saturday. And for angel group, I'm an angel discussion, and 2 to 4 for journal group on Sunday.
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube page.
Thank you so much. So would anyone like to close us out in prayer? How about you, Forrest?
Sure. Dear Heavenly Father, we just come to understanding that we're in alignment with each one, but also alignment with you, God. So God, I ask you to keep healing us mentally, emotionally, financially, in our spirit, that we can elevate closer to you each and every day. So as we walk out to the earth, into the world today, let us light shine so we can bring happiness to anyone, even to a stranger, that we can always know that the struggles we've been through, something that we've also had to go through in the past. So also remember to never look down, but look up to each person that you can come in contact with you, because you don't know their struggles or their pain. But in their pain, we can help them get closer to the I am presence of God. And so it is.
And so it is. Okay, everybody. Love you.
Have a great day. Love you too.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye all.